Hi, and welcome back to the Software Matrix here on Print Island. I'm Chris Minn, today's host, and I'm very delighted to be welcomed with Wacław. I hope I've pronounced that correct, sir. Welcome to the island, and more importantly, welcome into the Matrix.
Thanks, Chris. I'm super happy, and thanks for having me here.
Okay, so you're wearing the yellow jersey. Those who travel the world and go to the trade shows will notice there's a certain company that don the yellow jersey, Antigro Designer. Tell us a little bit about what Antigro Designer is and what you guys do.
Yeah, getting back to the color of the sweatshirt is that our common friend Richard Askan loves to say that this is the color of the leaders. So yeah, let's stick to it. Yeah, but when it comes to Antigro Designer, so we are the technology company based in Poland, and we are working on the intersection of e-commerce and printing. So in a nutshell, we are developing a print customization, print customization software. So imagine that, for example, you're the company that sell photo gifting, photo books, photo calendars. You run your e-commerce, for example, based on Shopify or WooCommerce or maybe some custom platform. And what we can do, we can implement our tool to your e-commerce platform where your customers, the end customers, can go to your shop, design the product, make all of the necessary adjustments based on the, let's say, predefined templates, and then we generate the print-ready file adjusted to the machines that you have. So everything is fully streamlined, and thanks to our solution, like our customers are able to process hundreds of thousands of orders every month. So this is just a great thing for the companies that want to, again, sell prints online.
Wow. Okay, that's some explanation, man. I really appreciate that. Obviously, you said you're based out of Poland, which we were just chatting offline before we came on, and what a technical powerhouse Poland's becoming now. So that's something to be proud of for me, from my point of view. Love the yellow jersey, love the cycling link there. But you touched on a little bit onto my next question. Who is a typical client, and what kind of challenges do they have? So you're saying that you'd produce a lot of sort of printed collateral, but what's the typical client? Is there a typical client?
So I think that we can divide our typical client in two groups. The first group is the company that they're already selling personalized products online. So and they have some editor in place. So again, for example, they have some solution for photo book or for let's say, I don't know, stickers, magnets, but they see that their current solution is not keeping up with their tempo of developing. They want to have new products added, something more interesting that their current solution is just not able to support. Or maybe there is another situation that some of the customers, they're using the solution that is not mobile friendly, and we know that now, for example, in the UK, we see that 80% of the traffic goes through mobile devices. So if you're not supporting mobile devices in the right way, let's say, you lose a big part of the market. So let's say, so this is the first part. So the companies that already have some editor, some print customization software in place, but let's say they're not very happy with that. The second part of the customers are the customers that do a lot of customization, but they do, for example, manual proofs manually. So, for example, customers send them the information what they want to order, and then the graphic editors they make the proof, they prepare the design, they send it to the acceptance to the end customer. The end customer needs to accept it or request some changes, and there is this back and forth messaging. So in this area, I can give you two examples. The first example is the stickers. This is something that we automated, but also, for example, on the UK market, wedding stationery is that very often customers, they want to just get some nice template of the wedding invitation and make all of the necessary adjustments on their own, instead of having the back and forth, like ping pong messaging with the shop. So this is how I would, let's say, describe our two groups of customers.
Wow. Okay. And am I right in assuming it's a global business? You look after customers right across the world?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the moment, I think that we can say that we have around 1,000 customers around the world on 5 continents. I think that the biggest markets that I can mention are for sure the United States, UK, Poland, because it's our, let's say, family market here. A couple of customers also in Australia, but again, in more than 30 countries, we have customers.
Wow. Okay, that's quite impressive. Before I wanted to touch on trade shows. I keep seeing you guys wherever I travel. I can't miss you with those yellow jerseys, but you're always doing something quite innovative and sort of capturing some excitement. I saw you in FESPA in Berlin at the
Yep.
global event. You had fairly sizable booth there next to the conference area, and you also had like a sub booth or a sub area with, and it looked like a little printer setup as well. Do you want to just talk us through what you were showcasing and how that worked?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we were attending some trade shows, we want to also, together with us, we want to bring some joy because we are working in the personalization space, and the personalization gives this great opportunity to show right away the, let's say, people, the attendees, what
Yeah.
is what is personalization all about, and they can get some physical products. So on FESPA, we tend to say that we had, let's say, 4 booths, but generally it wasn't 4 booths. But again, we have our own booth. We have the sub booth. When with the collaboration with Roland, we had wall. On this wall there was some, I don't know how to say it in English, sorry, like the stars constellations,
Yes. Yeah.
and the customers were able to scan the QR code, take a selfie. Our solution automatically cut out the face from the photo, and we were printing, let's say, these funny stickers with the cutout faces, and then the attendees were able to stick the sticker to the wall, and this way we were building some kind of a community, a FESPA community. Also, we were present on 2 other booths. It was Roland booth and 𝐒𝐭�𝐢𝐠
Yeah.
booth. On Roland booth, there was a big kiosk, like touchscreen kiosk, where customers were able to personalize golf balls, bottle openers, also stickers, and something else, I suppose. And on 𝐒𝐭�𝐢𝐠 booth, there was an option to design the latte mug also with our solution. So again, our goal on this trade show was to bring, let's say, this personalization, to not to bring the personalization, but to, let's say, show the real power of personalization when customer can design
Yeah.
something and get something printed just in a couple of minutes.
I forgot about the golf balls actually. I
Yeah,
remember now because that to me seems like a great corporate gift or
yeah.
great gift for anyone. But that's fantastic. So a couple of questions, if I may. So do you guys partner with Roland regularly? Is that like a direct connection API or is that integration?
Yeah, so from this perspective, we're working very closely with Roland on different trade shows. Our solution also works great with their RIP software, VersaWorks, so everything can be streamlined. It's not like kind of a official partnership. It's more like a friendship between our companies. So we tend to do a
Yeah.
lot of great things together.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And again, sorry, more questions. And some of these
No,
weren't
no
actually
worries.
scripted, but I just think it's great to understand more. Would you say that the Antigro product is geared more towards B2C, or could it be B2B as well?
So what I want to I tend to say that we are more towards B2C or small B2B.
Okay.
Again, for B2C customers, it's great because this is where the print companies don't want to work with the thousands of orders to manually do something with that. Like it's good to have everything automated. And the same thing with the B2B space, where if there is a company that let's say have really big runs of for bigger companies, but they
Mm,
also get some smaller orders for, I don't know,
yeah.
1,000 stickers, 200 business cards, a couple of banners. They don't want to invest their graphic editors' time to do anything with this order. They want to have everything automated. So here we also help them with this.
So the FESPA setup looked very much like how a PSP would set up within their store.
Yep.
And that's what it kind of mirrored to me, that you'd go in as a customer with your phone and you would take your picture, upload it, and then you'd see it printed there and then. Is that kind of the vibe, the vision that you guys have when you put these together?
So yeah, so let's see. There are two aspects. The first aspect is that something is completely online. That again, you just go to the website, design it, and purchase, and wait for this to be, let's say, sent to you. After these trade shows where we were showing this kiosks installations with the touch screen, we get more and more quotes, discussions with people that want to create this kind of experience in their stores. So we have some company that reached out to us from Baltic countries. We have one company from Italy that is also thinking about something similar. So yeah, this is something that we see that is, I suppose it will become more and more popular to have this personalization experience on the, let's say, brick and mortar stores.
Excellent, thank you. And I think a week on from Berlin, I saw you again in Long Beach, California at 𝐷�Scoop. Now, I have to say, you guys have done some hard traveling. I appreciate how far Berlin is from LA, but
it wasn't easy. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
we were kind of jet lagged because it's like 9 hours of difference. So
yeah. No, you guys have worked really hard. So I saw you over in LA at 𝐷�Scoop, Long Beach, and I think for me, what was really interesting was that my kids, before I left, got hold of the application on my phone, and they were uploading pictures of themselves, and it kind of, I think I said to you when I saw you, it's like child's play. It's that easy to use the system. But when I got there, I received stickers with my daughter's faces on and magnets. And that, to say they were delighted when I returned with stickers of their faces was to say the least. The problem is now that every trade show I go to, they expect me to come back with stickers with their faces on. So maybe we need Antigro at every trade show. But just talk me through that, because that was kind of the flagship showcase demonstration, wasn't it, for 𝐷�Scoop? And was that your first time there?
Yeah, it was our first time at 𝐷�Scoop. Again, we thought what we can do interesting, how we can, let's say, introduce ourselves to the community, and we thought about this idea. Again, we thought that it would be great idea to, instead of, let's say, give the people the option to personalize something right on the show, to give the option again, to give them an option to personalize it in their homes with their families, because this is like, I didn't run the data, but I suppose that the average number of pieces per person was more than one. So people also made some souvenirs for their families. So, but back again, we thought that it would be a great thing to again introduce ourselves to the community, and also invite people to our booth, because this way everyone who created the sticker and magnet with this cutout face came back, visited our booth. We had a short chat, what we were doing, what they're doing. So it was a great idea and great success, and I'm really happy that you like it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I have to admit, sorry, I had four sets. I think I got one for Richard, one for myself, and then the two girls had theirs. But I think also what stood out was it wasn't just stickers; it was magnets as well, wasn't it?
Magnets as well, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess that kind of brings us to my next question. If it can be printed, you generally can use the Antigro system on any material.
Yeah, so I think that this is also very important. This is something very important about our company and about our solution, that we are able to support almost any printed product. Like there are two areas that we don't support at the moment, and this is something that I always say, is the screen printing and embroidery. These are, let's say, two quite complex, let's say, methods, and it's not very connected to the short runs and personalization. But apart from this, like, we are able to support everything, apparel, all kind of giftings, stickers, photo books, photo calendars, or engraved bottles, like, yeah, whatever you can imagine. Like, the imagination here is the only limitation, I would say.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, embroidery is a tricky one anyway. I know that from personal experience, but I think it sounds as if you cover most of the bases. So that was fantastic. The queues were literally, there were so many people queuing up to get the print, and that's always a good sign at any show. And like I said, the interface on the mobile device was really, really good, and so much so a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old could do it themselves. So bravo, chaps, to the development team there. Sticking with the trade show. Sorry, you got it.
So, yeah, one thing that I wanted to add is that it's great to see that when we are on the, for example, second or third trade show in the, during the year, some people come to us and say, "Hey, my sticker from the previous trade show is like a little bit worn off, so I need another one." Or again, my kids ask me to bring another set of stickers. So it's good to see that people are just coming back to us. Yeah.
But it's great, isn't it? Because it really shows that sort of a passion and like a creative excitement around the label space right now. The web to label is really going through an exciting time, and when you've got people like yourselves rocking up to the trade show and being really innovative with these ideas, I think it's really good for the industry. So, and like I say, it's child's play. The editor's easy to use, so that was good. Sticking with trade shows, let's go back to Drupa. Were you guys at Drupa last year at all?
Yeah, so we were at Drupa. It was quite tense time because like it was 12 days of trade show, and also also on Drupa we made something similar. We what was the name of like, we call it Drupa wall. So there will also in one place there was a big banner with the Drupa letters, and customers were also able to let's say create the stickers with our tool, and there were like a couple of thousands of stickers on the wall, and then we also get the photo from the organizers of Drupa that they took this banner, and this is now their, let's say, they made a wallpaper from this, and they have it in their office. Let's say a big Drupa banner with people's faces on it. So again, printing is all about the community, and you know it that the more you the more you attend events, you meet the same people, you meet your friends, and this is something what we wanted to show with these events.
Okay, brilliant. So, I mean, again, you said the right words there: community, creativity is all the things that matter. One of the things that we're quite strong about here on Print Island is that we feel the print industry is very creative, but also very technical. Hence, why we're talking to you today. Just give us a little insight into the platform, cloud-based, obviously, SaaS solution. Give us some sort of basic sort of infrastructure of what Antigro Designer is.
Yeah, so absolutely. So when it comes to our solution, so it's cloud-based, so it's not, let's say, installed on premise. So thanks to that, it gives the scalability, the great scalability of the tool. So, for example, if one day you have 100 orders, but the next day you have 1 million orders, our infrastructure is automatically scaling up, so there is no problem with that. Of course, it's good to give us the information that you plan to have such let's say such traffic going through our tool, but still we'll be able to handle it. And so it's not something that is installed on customers' servers or anything like this. I don't know what else I can say. For sure is that we have a very, let's say, full flexibility, so we can work with different e-commerce platforms. So if again Shopify, WooCommerce, these are the most popular ones. But of course, if you have some custom built platform, this is something where we can connect with via API. Also, we can our solution can be embedded to the to the mobile applications that our customers have. So so from this perspective, yeah, I think that these are the most important points.
Okay, so you could, in essence, purchase the designer, and it could complement another e-commerce platform
Yeah.
to give you two specialisms there.
Yeah, absolutely. And from this perspective, also the good thing is that we can connect with the customer's workflow. So we can generate the print-ready file that has a specific file name with the specific, let's say, cut lines, the specific registration marks or barcodes. Then we can send it to the hot folder. This hot folder triggers the printing. So what I like to say is that when we start the cooperation with with the company, we don't want them to adjust themselves to our solution. It's us who needs to adjust to their workflow, and this is something what we do.
Excellent. So the customer-centric, customer workflow sits at the core of what you do. You fit around. I love that. We had somebody on from 𝐭𝐢𝐠𝐫𝐤 recently who was pretty much built their business model around the same thing, and I think it's the best thing for all, isn't it, if we do that? So the reason we wanted to get you on today, we had a little rumor this week that you were launching a Sticker Builder 2.0, and I was lucky enough to catch the press release go out. For those of us that don't know, let's start right from the beginning. What is Sticker Builder 2.0, and why is it called 2.0?
Okay, so I think that first of all, I would tell a little bit more about Sticker Builder itself. So Sticker Builder is a part of our product where it's dedicated to the companies that want to sell custom stickers online. And as I previously mentioned, like the let's say sticker companies goes to the second part of our second part of our customers, where they tend to do manual proofs for their customers. So if I want to order a sticker in just some regular sticker shop, I upload the file, I make the purchase, and then I need to wait for the graphic team to get back to me with some, confirmation if this is the sticker I want to have, or maybe I want to make some adjustment and so on. For sticker companies, it's very time and money consuming, because it's just not cost effective, because if you have smaller orders, it's just eating into your margin. And after discussions with our customers, before Sticker Builder, we got a lot of questions about, hey, can you support die-cut stickers, like custom shape stickers? We said, not yet, but after I had a couple of discussions like this, I thought that, okay, I see the problem on the market, and we need to solve it. And that is why we came up with the Sticker Builder, and it was great success. It's great success, because we were able to acquire in a quite short time maybe not a couple of hundreds, but around 200 sticker companies that wanted to use our tool. But going to the Sticker Builder 2.0, when we implemented the first version, customers liked it. It sped up the process, and everything was fine. But we saw that after also discussions with the end customers, that the first version was a little bit too technical. It was like more about designing the sticker. Like we were opening the editor. It could be a bit, let's say, too difficult for some customers, because they didn't want to design the sticker. They just wanted to order the sticker. They just wanted to upload the file, see what they wanted to see, and they just wanted to order. And that is why we changed completely the interface, and we simplified the whole process. And we wanted the solution to think for our customers, not the customers thinking what to do next.
Okay, interesting. And I guess the first question I was I've got two questions actually. First of all, I was going to ask where the idea came from, but what's the ratio between upload and design? I mean, is it like a fairly even split, or do people now, like we did at Dscoop, just want to take a picture and upload it?
From what we see, that when we implemented the Sticker Builder 2.0, is that the conversion is even 50% higher on some customers. So wow. It shows that the customers, they just want to again have a very very short path to order something, but of course the tool needs to work in the right way to understand what steps needs to be done. So from this perspective, we see that designing for some of the customers is very important. Of course, when it comes to stickers, because for other products it's a bit different. But for stickers, it's just that they want to upload, they want to see the preview, they just want to order.
Okay, so again, so many more questions, and I'm going to keep them coming.
Yeah.
Before I ask you about the motivation and the changes behind 2.0, where did the actual premise of the sticker builder tool come from? Whose idea was it?
Like, as almost every feature that we have developed or every product that we have developed, it's not our ideas, it's our customers' ideas.
Okay.
So I think, and also this is the I also think that this is the best way to develop technology company when you're, let's say, we're in Matrix. The Matrix show, let's say. I don't want to sound weird that we're in the Matrix, but so I think this is an important point for any, let's say, SaaS company, any technology company, is the best way to develop the product is to listen to the customers, listen to the people, listen what are their problems. And this is something that what we, let's say, took advantage on, because we had an option to discuss with dozens of companies that sell stickers, and together with them we developed this solution, because again, we just heard that there is a problem in this space that needs to be solved, and no one else did it before us, because there is some companies, like, for example, one of the biggest companies in the world, Sticker App, they have some proprietary service developed by on their own, and maybe Vistaprint, they have some good, let's say, designers, but something as a software as a service that is, let's say, that almost any printing company can get, it wasn't there. So Sticker Builder was our answer for this problem.
And was it you mentioned quite a few times now that the customer seems to be the driving force behind the business, but was it the customer that sort of drove the decision to change the interface for 2.0?
So from this perspective, it wasn't more like our customers, it was more like our customers' customers, because we were able to see how they are working with the tool. We were able to watch the sessions, analyze the sessions, how they interact with specific features. And what we've noticed, that vast majority of the customers just wanted to upload the file. They just make a couple of clicks in the tool, but let's say made some change and went back to the original state and just hit order. So let's say the average time to order was around 2-3 minutes. So for custom product was pretty low, but still we saw the space for the improvement here.
Oh, excellent. And what would you say are some of the key features or your personal favorites features for the new interface or in general 2.0?
I think I think it's for 2.0, it's hard to say about great features. I know it sounds weird, but the main purposes of it is that it's just simple. It's just not too many things. There are not too many features that I can, let's say, talk about it. These are just the features that just seems natural that they are there. I don't know, Chris, if this is okay if I would share the screen, for example.
Yes, let's do that.
Just to very quickly show you what we developed.
I think that'd be fantastic. I think a visual would be. We should encourage more people to do this.
Yeah. So can you see my screen?
I can indeed.
Yeah, so this is just, let's say, the first screen where the customer can select different options, the shapes, quantity, size of the sticker, material, and what they can do, they can just click and upload some file. So I will, for example, upload this kind of a file, and you can see that here we have here we have a background. So from this perspective, it's just the thing that we automatically detect if it has a background or not. If it doesn't have a background, we just skip this. We just skip this step. Previously, we were always displaying this step. Now I can, let's say, we detected that this, let's say, this is solid color. So for example, customers can resign from having the white outline. But what is also possible is that they can also make some background removal and again keep original background color, because what we saw that the customers not always want to have the white outline. This is like the sense of sticker very often to have the white outline. But if they had a solid color background, then just we made this available to just with one click to detect the color of it and set it as the color as the outline of the sticker. And when I click just proceed to order summary, what I can see is that I see the preview of the sticker, and then I can also see the preview on the sticker on some real product to see how big is the sticker. So here we have some laptops, so I know that okay, this sticker will be more or less this size when it comes to the when it will be printed. So again, very simple, but if the customer wants to make some changes, they can of course go and click adjust your sticker. And here we're going back to, let's say, this advanced editor that was there, where customers can make changes, change the thickness of the outline, maybe change the shape of the sticker, or I don't know, add some text, maybe even change the color again. So this is let's say the previous editor, but still we wanted to bypass this step in the main flow, and that is why we just redirect customers here. And also what is important is that the customers, what we hear from the biggest brands, sticker brands in the world, is that they want to give the customer an option to design the sticker. They want to give the option to, let's say, use our tool, but they also want to have this let's say second option, this plan B for the customer that don't know how to use the tool, or maybe the tool didn't work well because they had very specific graphic. So that is why we also give the option to request a manual proof. And here, if the customer, let's say, fill out this text field, we can pass this text to the team. And also, for example, in the printry file name, we can also add some information that manual proof requires. So this way, customers know, the printing company knows that they need to do something with this product, with this order. So I think that these are the, again, as you see, that this is not, at least I don't know how to say it, but there's not too much to say about it, because it's such a simple, such simplified solution.
But it goes back to, sorry to jump in, but it goes back to what we were saying about the mobile experience, and then being able to take a picture and upload it straight away. To, you're reducing the editing capabilities there, because you can edit it once you've uploaded the image into the application. And I'm assuming as well that all of what you've just showed us, all that functionality, works on mobile as well.
Yes, absolutely. It's very mobile friendly. We have some customers that they're, let's say, the strategy for their business is to just run ads on, sticker deals on Meta, so Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. And we see that for these customers, the traffic from mobile is around 90%, because this is how they generate the traffic. So from ads, and everyone is seeing these ads on the mobile phone. So yeah, it's fully mobile friendly. I think that if to anyone who's listening and listening to us, I suppose that if you, let's say, visit our website, there will be an option to play around with the tool.
What we'll do as well is we'll share some details below about the new 2.0 version, and so that people can not only read about it but also get in touch with you guys and have a look at it. So is there like a roadmap for this? Is this the first iteration of features for 2.0, or will there be a 2.1, 2.2, coming up this year?
Yeah, I think that 2.0 is like this name, more like a marketing name that shows that we made a huge made something else. I don't know if we'll be progressing like 2.1. Maybe I suppose that next will be like 3.0. But yeah, for sure now we see some minor adjustments that we need to make, and I think that we're just finalizing them to make sure that this flow is perfect and that there is almost nothing to improve. And there are some next things that we want to develop. We are at the very end of designing the interface for generative AI stickers.
Okay.
This is something that, again, it's not only about that AI is now something that everyone is talking about. It's just again the information from our customers that very often they get the quote from they get the quote from their customers that, hey, I don't have a sticker design, but I want to have this kind of a sticker for my business or whatever.
Yeah.
And what our customers do, they go to some kind of a AI model and generate it for them, and their customers like it. So this is why we want to implement the generative AI into our tool, so it gives also the end customer possibility to get advantage on this. And the next, let's say, two next things that we want to do is that we want to implement text stickers. So it's just without any image graphic. It's just customers type the let's say website, Print Island or stickerbuilder.co, and automatically is the outline is generated around it. And the third thing is that we see that we have a great chance to drive revenue to our customers. So when we have such simplified interface for Sticker Builder, when customers go to the summary page, we already have the file that customer uploaded. So we can very easily give the option for the sticker company to upsell. So you order, let's say, 500 stickers on white vinyl. So tick this, let's say, box to get 100 stickers on holographic, or maybe get 100 stickers on instead of 3x3 inches to get 5x5 inches. So this way we want to just make the average value order much higher.
Okay, that makes sense. So the artwork's been submitted. The customers already decided what product they want. And at the point of sale, you're going to say, well, actually, you could also have a mug. You could also have this. You could also.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, cross-selling and bundling, because this is maybe not about sticker builder from this perspective, but we also have a solution for wrapping paper for Christmas. So imagine that you're ordering some, I don't know, for example, photo canvas, some photo frame, photo book, or photo mug, and then naturally in the next step, as we, for example, already have the photo, we can cut out the face and create a funny wrapping paper that just people just with one click can add to their order, and it will just bring joy to the person who'll be gifted, and some extra revenue to the printing company.
It depends who's ripping the wrapping paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Well. That could bring more joy, couldn't it? I was going to actually ask what the future plans are for Antigro, and I think you've touched on a few. So more AI, more generative AI, more cross-selling, more ROI for your customers. Is there anything else that you guys are going to share?
I think that these are the most important things that we'll be focusing in upcoming months, but also the most important thing is just the continuous development and continuously see how the customers are reacting with the tool. And because at the end of the day, the conversion is the most important thing for any e-commerce store, any e-commerce business. So when our customers are running ads that direct them to their shops, we need to make sure that our solution just is so enjoyable for their customers that they just very often get engaged with the solution and they check out. Also, we are able to run ads that are I call this ads like direct to editor. So instead of going to the page, you can go directly to the editor, make some adjustments, and then you're redirected to the cart. So it's all about, again, bringing more revenue to the customers, but at the same time bring more joy to the customers thanks to the more interesting features, interesting templates. So yeah, this is our goal.
Fantastic.
It's a cool thing because it's just a win-win. The end customer gets the better product, more personalized, more interesting, something original, and at the same time, the printing company has a better client base, bigger client base, better revenue.
I'd see it as a very exciting opportunity for a lot of in-store experiences as well, because having seen the rig, how it's set up at the trade show, you could easily bring it to some kind of, a food or drink festival, and you could have personalized beer labels or something being made at the show. And, there's so many options and ideas that like you said earlier, creativity is your limit. But would you, and that brings me on to a question as well. Would you position yourselves as an e-commerce platform or personalization or web to print? How do you position yourself? Because it seems to be that personalization is a big part of it, but also you're talking about driving revenue and value to your customer as well.
So I like to we like to say about ourselves that we are just a print customizer that brings revenue. So when we're
Nice.
let's say negotiating, or when we're signing the deals with the customers, it's great that they don't see our solution as a cost. They see our solution as something that give them option to have better revenue. So it's hard to me to say is that we are to close us in some brackets that we are like web to print or print customizer or e-commerce print customizer, whatever. It's like again, it's technology for print personalization that just brings revenue.
Fantastic. And that's probably a nice way to sort of close off this session. We will get you on for another session because we have had rumor that there's something else coming in the future.
Yep.
So we won't say any more about that now. Traditionally, we do like to ask our guests who they would like to see on the show in the future. Is there anybody you would like for us to approach to bring onto the Matrix?
It's a very interesting question. So I think that for me, it would be great to invite someone from the company that sell personalized prints online. So to listen to people like from some market leader that is selling personalized printed products, maybe even B2C, to understand what kind of challenges they have when it comes to, again, on this intersection of e-commerce and printing, because I think that there could be a lot of interesting insights, because they are these kind of companies, they're not dealing with professional print buyers. These are just regular people like our family and friends that they just they don't know they know almost nothing about print. So I think that listening to the person from this space would be awesome.
Okay, we heard it here first. Then we'll get a PSP on here to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of online print ordering. You've been an absolute legend. This is the Software Matrix on Print Island. And until next time, we say goodbye.
Thanks, Chris. Goodbye.